Hello, and welcome to training. We are so glad to have you training the future faces of our company. Your job is an important one, and we appreciate you teaching these important parts of our company culture. Today, we are going to focus on a few of the basic foundational areas that you will be training the new hires. We will be using several different ways of training: online, face-to-face, as well as a mixture of the two, depending on which area we are discussing. Beginning this training, we will cover the following areas: employee expectations, employee benefits, safety, equipment training, customer relations, and loss prevention. Please make sure that you have scheduled each of your new hires for a full week of training to ensure that all of the concepts of this training are understood prior to having them work with the public. It is imperative that we have a uniform appearance to the public to ensure that everyone entering our store has the same level of high-quality experience. Employee expectations. Setting employee expectations for performance and behavior is one of the most important conversations to have with a new employee. This conversation will let an employee know exactly what is expected of them in their position and will set a foundation for their performance. It's ideal to have the expectations created before an employee begins working in their position. However, expectations can really be created and presented at any time. Also, if a supervisor has more than one employee, general office expectations can be created and distributed to all employees. This will keep expectations consistent with all employees and easier for the supervisor to manage. It is recommended to create these expectations, print them out, and give a paper copy to an employee when you meet to discuss them. Below is a list of ideas that you can include in your list of expectations for your employees. Be here on time for your scheduled shift. Plan for scheduled absences ahead of time. This can include specific requirements for requesting time off and getting approval. Obtain approval from supervisor prior to working on overtime or comp time. Dress appropriately for the workplace. This can include the specific office dress code. Maintain a positive or helpful attitude. Maintaining confidentiality. Providing quality service. Treating others with dignity and respect at all times. Support efforts that ensure a safe and healthy work environment. Enjoying your time at work and performing all duties as assigned. Set specific goals tailored to the position and the employee. Start with a job description and develop goals and targets for each employee to meet. As a new employee settles into a position, these goals might have to be adjusted, but this will help provide guidance of what is expected. Be mindful not to set unreasonable goals. Setting up an employee to fail will only lead to employee dissatisfaction and possible turnover for any employee. Be realistic and set a few key goals for the first few months the employee is working. Employee benefits. Benefits 101 is a valuable 3-hour online presentation crafted for employees who are newly eligible for insurance benefits. Many benefits have a 30-day enrollment deadlines, so plan to attend within the first 30 days of employment. Healthcare plans, flexible spending accounts, retirement plan, employee purchase plan, FMLA benefits, life and accidental death and dismemberment insurance, tuition assistance program are all areas that are covered. Choose wisely and save money. Employee benefits are part of overall compensation. Understanding your employer-sponsored insurance and retirement plans can save you money today and help you prepare for tomorrow. Whether you are the new employee or midway in your career, learning strategies which may increase your income today can help you pay off well into retirement. Safety. Safety should always be considered a top priority in our facility. Using proper safety measures to ensure that our customers and employees are safer is simply the right thing to do. Taking steps towards a safer work environment starts with creating a culture that continues to put safety as a number one priority. It starts with management, and we can demonstrate that we always take safety seriously and precautiously. During our training, we will touch on a few subjects to make sure that our employees understand safety policy: mechanical hazards, electrical hazards, other hazards, personal protective equipment, maintenance and repair, safeguards, and trainings on how to use said equipment. This kind of training will take place both online to ensure that the employees understand OSHA-required procedure as well as face-to-face so that you can give examples of how to utilize safety to keep the employer safe. Knowing what equipment we have and how to use it is extremely important. Each employee needs to know their job description and what equipment that they may come in contact with. They will learn the basics online, and the online portion of their training will be set up for them to read about what equipment is in the store, followed by them answering questions. Once they've completed this, they will then complete a hands-on training. This training will be done by a seasoned employee or by management. Please include the following in the training: what equipment we have, including the stockroom, sales floor, and the break room. Training. Not every employee will need to be trained on every piece of equipment. Example, stockroom employees may need to be trained on the forklift and hand trucks, while sales floor employees needed to be trained on cash registers, inventory scanners, etc. Safety around each of those pieces of equipment. What to do in case of an emergency, as well as maintenance. Customer relations. Customer relations is a crucial area of training. It is important to make sure that your employees are fully trained on what is expected of them from the way that they treat our customers. This portion of the training will be done face-to-face with discussions to follow interactions. As the training outlines, it is expected that you will work with the employee to teach them how to welcome a customer, what to do when a customer is needing assistance, how to handle a disgruntled customer, and finally, the proper language to use with customers to ensure that they feel like they are experiencing the quality of service that is standard with our organization. It will be important that you role play this with the employee. The important part is for them to understand that there needs to be universal treatment across the board for all customers. When training people to welcome customers, remind them that this is the first experience that they have when entering the store. To properly train someone on how to greet people entering the store, demonstrate for them. Instruct the employee to stop what they are doing, unless they are with another customer. Look up at the customer who is entering and greet them with a friendly, "Hello, and welcome to the store. My name is..." Let me know if there's anything I can do to support you in your shopping experience today. If the employee is with another customer, they need to greet the entering customer with, "Hello, and welcome to our store." Make sure that the customer they are serving does not feel as though the employee is no longer present and assisting them. This can seem like a fine line to walk, but it is an important one. Make sure the employees know not to over-engage the entering customer, but to let them know that they are present to assist them if needed. Allow customers to shop, but make sure that they feel like employees are present and able to assist them if they should need. When a customer does come to an employee seeking assistance, it's important to make sure that they know that they have the full attention of staff. If they are working on a task that they cannot pause, they need to let the customer know that they will contact another employee to assist them. Employees are to communicate with headsets to other employees within the store to better serve the customers in their shopping experience. Employees are to defer any questions that they do not have the correct information for to their shift lead. The shift lead should be able to answer any questions for the customer or give the customer information to contact the store manager at a later time. Disgruntled customers are a part of any service or sales store. Even with exemplary service and outstanding products, there is bound to be circumstances wherein someone is unhappy. Make sure that your employees are able to handle a situation like this with calm and positive attitudes. The importance of handling this in face-to-face manner is to make sure that they are able to see the body language as well as the actual language that plays a factor when dealing with someone who is unhappy. Per company protocol, any disgruntled customer is to be offered the following in the following order: an exchange for a similar item, store credit for refund, and with shift lead approval, a cash refund. This is not to exceed $500 without contacting the store manager. Practicing this face-to-face with employees is key to ensure that they are able to engage with the customer while maintaining a professional demeanor. It is the policy of our company that we only use positive language. When training your staff to talk to customers, give them examples of how to reinforce things in this way. For instance, "We would be happy to provide you with another option for your previous purchase," instead of, "We can't do a cash return, but we can give you an exchange." Having this kind of language is vital to maintaining the proper culture of our corporation. These are only able to be taught in person, so when training, make sure to pause to make sure that the employees understand the concepts that are being taught to them. Give ample opportunity for them to ask questions and role play with them to make sure that they are able to meet the standards for our company. Loss prevention. Loss prevention is an important aspect of employment. In order to ensure that employees have a full understanding of what the laws and expectations are around this, the basic laws should be covered in the online portion, complete with tests to follow each of those sections. The importance of this section being completed online is so that there is a guarantee the laws are taught in a uniform manner. The regulated nature of such laws and policies are imperative that they are taught in this way. The online portion should also cover the aspects of loss prevention that apply to damaged goods and how to properly dispose of them. The policies and procedures around this are company-wide and need to be followed in a step-by-step order. This is best taught in the online portion to ensure that no step is missed and that there is a complete understanding of the way that this works. While important, some employees find this to be a dry part of the training. It will be very important to follow up with the employee to ensure that this part of the training was clearly understood and is able to be put into practice. This is, however, only part of loss prevention, and it is important that the employee be trained to observe the video surveillance equipment as well as how to interact with potential shoplifters. These aspects are best taught face-to-face, but require that the educator give multiple examples of what possible loss could look like. Training new employees can seem like a daunting task for any management team. When using a hybrid model of training, it allows some of the freedom and flexibility to train each section of the required material in the best suited format for that specific information. When using this model, it is key to make sure that the employees are able to learn fully and comprehend both styles. Don't forget to check in with your staff after each module to see if there are any questions. Everyone learns differently, and making sure that your staff understands the training is what makes the training worth doing. Thank you for being such an integral part of our corporation. We can't wait to see what you've done with our team.